Welcome to the Tribunal. I'm Tanisha. Subscribing is how you claim your designated seat and stay inside this tribunal. We'd be honored to read your analysis in the comments. To gain access to the show, you must subscribe, have a seat in your designated seating, and begin commenting. The show will begin shortly. Welcome to Tanisha's Tribunal.
Subscribe, like, and hit the bell for updates.
Bless the channel by Cash App at $the Tribunal1. Join the tribe.
Tanisha, sorry to disturb you, madam. There are subjects here that have been brought for adjudication.
You stand here because your actions have shaped our community. At sundown, we move forward with clarity and balance.
Safe. How was y'all weekend? Drop it down in the comments. Please be seated as we begin. Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard have been summoned to the tribunal. They are currently awaiting in the waiting room to be taken down to the dungeon. So let's show them a proper escorting to the dungeon.
You stand here because your actions have shaped our community. At sundown, we move forward with clarity and balance.
All right. They are now properly placed where they belong in the tribunal dungeon. And with great reason, right? Everybody has been, buzzing around because Amy Luciani dropped a video, right, of herself that she streamed to all social media platforms. And it was a hot, funky damn mess. But we're not going to start there, okay? Dwight Howard and Amy Luciani, right? They got betrothed about 14 months ago. So I said Dwayne Howard, not Dwayne The Rock. Girl, they get on my nerves. Okay. Marriage, they got married on January 11th of 2025. So that's just a little about 14 months. Luciani, Amy filed for divorce on July 1st, okay, of 2025. So that's about 6 months ago. One day later, a mutual restraining order was filed in the courts, okay? The former NBA star Dwight Howard's whirlwind relationship with Amy Luciani is coming to an end, Tribers, okay? Just 1 month after Howard announced her engagement to the rapper in December 2024, the couple got married in January 2025. 6 months after their wedding, Luciani filed for divorce on July 1st, okay? So January 11th and then July 1st. Married January 11th, same year, filed for divorce July 1st. Something about those ones, huh? It appears that these ones should not make any twos, okay? One day later, a mutual restraining order was also filed in court. The Dancing with the Stars contestant hadn't been publicly linked to anyone since his relationship with the WNBA star Tia Cooper that ended in 2021, okay? So Dwight Howard was on Dancing with the Stars, and I think I've seen that. I think he did pretty good. I think Dwight showed up and showed out on Dancing with the Stars. If I'm wrong, drop it down in the chat. I might be thinking about Tiana Taylor's husband. Our ex-husband, sorry. I might be thinking about him because I know he kills it on Dancing with the Stars. So, meanwhile, Luciani famously dated her Love and Hip Hop Atlanta co-star Mozzie while on the show. So, who is Dwight Howard's wife? Who is Amy Luciani? Okay, I know her from Love and Hip Hop. That's when I got introduced to Miss Amy Luciani. She was on Love and Hip Hop. So let's get a breakdown of more of what we can understand of who she is to be. Okay, she's from Detroit. Luciani was born and raised in Detroit. Though she goes by Amy professionally, her name is Amber Rose. Okay, no, don't get that confused with the light-skinned Amber Rose. That was the video vixen for like Kanye and Wiz Khalifa. Okay, Amy Luciani's real name is Amber Rose, right? Because she's not an Italian, so Luciani more than likely wouldn't be her real last name. Okay, she told All Hip Hop in May 2023 that she changed it when model Amber Rose became a household name, and their identical monikers started causing confusion. Okay, I'm so sorry, y'all. Why didn't I bring up the screen? My bad. Here we go, y'all. Okay, here we go now. Okay, here it is, y'all. Okay, so let me make it a little bit bigger so y'all can see it. Okay, and then let me get all this off of here. Let me make sure it's big enough for y'all to see. Okay, perfecto, right? So, the fake name I give to guys in the clubs has always been Amy. I am Amy, she said. My sisters know. If I say Amy, they know this is not a guy I'm interested in. Luciani just sounded gangster. I just put the two together, Amy Luciani, and I figured that was, the purpose. So this is Amy. Okay, this is her. Yeah. All right. Yes, ma'am. That's Amy Luciani, formerly known as Amber Rose. Okay. She said she didn't want to keep that name because it was already an Amber Rose, and she was getting into the things of the industries or however have yous. And this is what she came up with, okay, reinvented and revamped. At Fashion Week in 2024, New York Fashion Week. Okay. Wavering Lines by UT Roan Fashion Show in New York City. Luciani told All Hip Hop that she had been creating music since she was a kid and started her career in an all girls singing group called Entrance with her three sisters. Okay. I think that was something that was like, our storyline. Her storyline on Love and Hip Hop, and like her mom and stuff was like, let's get back to this, because I think her mom, was managing them or however have you. We used to tour. We used to open up for Bow Wow, B2K. Luciani said we were on TV shows. We all sung and rapped. So at one point, we were the little girls in Detroit rapping. She later moved to Atlanta to pursue a solo career and released her first EP, Amy's World, in 2023. She was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. That's where I first got introduced to her, was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, y'all. So this is when she was captured doing that, okay? At the Atlanta premiere of the Under the Influence at Regal Atlantic Station on February 15, 2023 in Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, check her out. Check her out now. Rolling out Miss Amy Luciani. Okay. Luciani starred in seasons 11 and 12 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, an MTV reality series that documented the personal lives of local artists. She told Hot New Hip Hop in August 2023 that she went on the show to promote her music and other businesses, ventures that her Instagram followers don't typically see. On the internet, we can't show so much of our day-to-day, Luciani said. People don't know. I just come home from work. I've been at my office for 4 hours. I'm not just a girl on the internet posting pretty pictures. People don't really see the work that I've done. Okay. In addition to a reality TV stint and rap career, Luciani told All Hip Hop that she also started a charity to aid people without housing in Atlanta and wrote a children's book called Good Touch, Bad Touch to equip kids and their parents to talk about and prevent things of the molestation. Okay, because we don't use that on YouTube. Okay, for the YouTube purposes and guidelines. But that's a really good thing to do, Luciani. I applaud that. Definitely, a lot of our parents need books like this because unfortunately, a lot of our kids are out here creating and doing the worst of the worst. So. They got engaged in December 2024. On December 20th, 2024, Luciani shared a since deleted clip of Howard smiling at a diamond engagement ring on her left hand. The post also included several other photos and videos of the couple dancing with friends and celebrating what appeared to be Howard's birthday. I was enjoying you so much out of the public eye, but here we are, she wrote in the caption. Thank you for bringing me back into the word. Anything I say or fuss about, first thing you say is, did you pray about it? Then I realized I hadn't been praying much lately at all. She continued, I'm just thankful, happy, and ready for everything that's coming our way. I prayed real deep on a Thursday, not knowing 2 days later, God would send me a Bible toting, tattooed giant with the same heart as me, says Luciani. The same day, Howard shared 2 photos with Luciani that he captioned, happy, back love, prayed for this. Let's take a look at the photos, y'all. Hold on. They're on Instagram. So, okay, so they happy, they praying for it. Y'all look, oh, People say, yo, Dwight, this Savon, I'll be working with you this big 3 season. Check your DM. Ain't nobody even paying it no attention. Somebody said, love this. Okay, y'all in these comments asking dumb ish. I'm sure she knows, but then again, she does strike me as a clout chaser. So she will be doing anything and get mad, then spill the beans. Laugh out loud. Oh, Lord, look at it coming into fruition, because today's show is why they are all in the blogs and the news and the CPSs and the things of the things of the things. They are currently in the dungeon of the tribunal right now, waiting on their sentencing. But then again, love is love. She may just know. Slum Wiz says, they say you look like your soulmate. Well, y'all definitely that. Oh, they trying to say that Amy Luciani and Dwayne Howard look alike. Okay, so let's keep it moving. It's screaming gay best friends. Oh my God, these comments are a hot mess. I don't think that's Kitty. Laugh out loud. Oh, that motion shirt is fire. This is not AI. She's only being realistic. This man needs to be tested. Oh my God. These are all under Dwayne Howard. I'm going to follow him, okay? So I can keep the scoopy scoop. These are all under Dwayne's Howard post that he posted about, them getting engaged. This girl has to be tested, period. Can't take another life if something's bad. Oh my God. Carolina Grown says, there you go, D. Howard. You might couldn't have shot worth a dang, but your dunk game stay on point. Congrats, my guy. I pray God continue to bless you all journey in life. Okay. Adriana Medina says, leave this man alone. Everyone wants to be in everyone else's business. He loves her and she loves him. I'm sure she knows his past, just like all you supposedly know. It's not your problem. People can't stand to see other people happy. I swear. People say, let the brother live. Jack of all trades since day one says, how can a woman kiss a man who and bent over? She's his mustache, or she's bending him over. Y'all, I cannot stop with these comments. Okay. Nobody knows says a 6 and a 6'1" or a 6'11" bottom. Oh my God, y'all. These are in Dwight Howard's comment section. When he posted about her, he got 1,000 comments, girl. And we just minded through them. Because I cannot. Y'all could pass for cousins, though. Oh, my God. Black love. Please get your hair done. This mess is childish. What's wrong with her hair? Let me see. What's wrong with her hair? Oh, okay. People say they look like siblings. Can't believe it's not funny says, did you tell your son happy birthday? That could be one of his baby mamas, girl. They said, watch out, Amy. He abuses women. Uh-oh. They look alike. She says, people saying sick. Oh, the comments are commenting, y'all. This is when he posted her announcing that he got engaged to her. They say, Lodi Luciano says, you tough, baby girl. Everything cool. Mike Scott, realtor, says, everything cool till he wants another man in the room and not for her. Oh my God, y'all. We are Mousy says, we are doomed as a species. We are too vile and too hateful. Can y'all in the comment section just be happy for once? Oh my goodness. Sexy Bone 1972 says she prayed for this lifestyle. So glad she finally got it. Okay, we're gonna go on back over here and finish reading this. They kept their relationship private for the most part. Okay. Here's Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard attending the screening of the Captain America Brave New World back in 2025, February. Okay. So they got married in January. So this would be after they got married. And you see her here sporting this very pretty ring. Okay. Did I go back to the screen? My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So this is the wedding ring, right? Isn't it pretty? Okay. Let's zoom in on this wedding ring. Ooh. Look at that, y'all. That's nice. Okay. Nice. Okay, let me zoom back out. Okay. So that's them, right? Okay, make sure. Girl. Okay. Okay, I got it back up here. Already though. Okay, so where were we? Make sure you like and subscribe. We are sentencing Amy and Dwight Howard. They are currently awaiting in the dungeon, okay, of the tribunal for their sentencing. Girl, they are up here with some complete bullshit. Okay. So they kept the relationship private. Howard and Luciani's engagement announcement also marked their first time that they went public with their relationship. However, the former basketball player and reality star were spotted at events together in the months prior. Luciani teased the future proposal on October 2024. Okay. And the rapper posted a series of images from a photo shoot on Instagram with the caption, "I'm somewhere between ready to be a faithful wife or the single wild friend for the rest of my days." Okay. So, and let's get into the pictures, right? So this is what she had to say. Let's follow Lucci. Okay. The manifestation post, great. Yes, girl. Okay, yes. People are asking, are you pregnant? Time to stop partying. Because I thought Luciani had a kid. Doesn't Amy Luciani have a child? Drop it down in the comments if y'all know if Amy Luciani got a child or not. I thought she did. I thought she had a child on Love and Hip Hop. So yeah, this was her. Okay, cute. And so days later, he followed up with another video with Luciano writing, "When you no longer have to look for Valentine because you're married." Okay, taking a little dig at the Gruz. Okay, at the Gruz, right? You hoes ain't getting this superstar Dancing with the Stars or retired NBA money and 6'10" gawk, girl. Odds on my throat.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,
You scared? Okay. So people are saying here how lucky she is, right? All of that. You know, um, love is unconditional. When a woman really loves you, she loves and accepts you like a mama is supposed to. Okay. The past is the past. Today is new beginning. We all experiment and make mistakes. Male and female is God, the creator, and the angels. Well, mankind started all over this started all of this other perverted stuff. This is God's will, excuse me, male and female, husband and wife, healing, happiness, and health to them both. Um Amy, enjoy climbing your tree, girl. Love seeing you happy. Dwight, absolutely love this. Definitely one of my favorite couples, says JT Mr. Benson. You cute, says Tequila. Squirrel says, dang, it was all good just a week ago. She's gorgeous. Dwight be playing with these women, says Crystal. Black love. Jayski says tight jeans, Dwight. Like that's how they dress the girl. Look at a hot mess. And I hear they ain't much on the court today these days no more either. She wanted to be relevant so bad and she still ain't relevant, says in his mama. I'm his mama too. Oh my God. Other snakes in the background. Girl, stop. Yeah, we not interested in y'all at all. Girl, that's what that was. Okay, so back to this, right? Okay. Why does it keep deleting off my screen? Like, stop playing with me. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, so moving along. Luciani filed for divorce in July 2025. According to court documents obtained by People, Luciani filed for divorce on July 11 and cited that her marriage to Howard is irretrievably broken, with no prospects for reconciliation. One day later, a mutual restraining order was filed. Luciani is asking the court that all marital assets and property be divided equally between her and Howard. Y'all, it's a hot mess. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what Luciani thinks, she should get in a year, but you never know. Whatever is whatever. So now we're gonna get into her right on Love and Hip Hop with Scrappy, telling Scrappy about her getting engaged to Dwight Howard. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'm using this with all fair use content and no copyrighted material. It is on YouTube. So thank you, 9Mag TV. Go over there and like and subscribe.
Dwight Howard's girlfriend, Amy Luciani, shows Scrappy her new engagement ring.
The next day.
Job right here. We don't want to play no more basketball. He said this is what we're going to do for the rest of his career. Diablo.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So Dwight Howard got a real nice place, okay? Out there somewhere in California. Dwight Howard lives in a mega mansion. He retired or not, or whatever he got going on. We're gonna get more into it, y'all. But it appears that Dwight Howard is hanging on and maintaining in a major way, right? He got a lavish house.
Woo! Let me get back to work. I had this slide. It's time to get back to work, though. Y'all be easy.
Already. So that was Amy Luciani, showing more about her getting engaged to Scrappy, and then their home, right? So more on Amy Luciani, y'all. Let's just get more versed with her. And this is with All Fair Use. We got that up here under Doctrine of the U.S. Copyright Statutes. It is permissible to use. It is on YouTube on the Love and Hip Hop Show or whatever. Let's get a little bit more understanding about who Amy Luciani is, okay?
How am I gonna even put this out? Because it's all on me.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
New Dunkin' Zero. With 0 sugar and 20 calories. New Dunkin' Zero. 0 sugar energy.
Amy done went off on the Rennie Rucci, y'all. So, Amy is telling Rennie, like, I write all my rhymes, you don't. So, to me, you're irrelevant in this space. Now, I know Rennie is she Gates' baby mama? Is she Kevin Gates' baby mama? Now, I know Rennie is on the scene as far as the hip hop and the love part. She does have a very famous baby daddy, Kevin Gates. And she also does rap, right? So she got the love and the hip hop part. However, Luciani's trying to send her, another understanding that no, you not all that just because you Kevin Gates' baby mama.
New Dunkin' Zero.
Oh, I had y'all on mute. Remember, like and subscribe. Become a triber. You're gonna love it over here. Remember when Amy Luciani, didn't her and Chaotic have a thing going on back in the day? Okay, let's listen in furthermore.
There's a lot to catch up on.
Damn. So he's saying that he has seen Mozzie. Remember Mozzie, y'all, from Amy's past prior, not too far back in the past though. But I think they were married or common law married or something like that. And, he had some things going on. He wasn't making like good investments with money. And he kind of fell on hard times or whatever. And Amy Luciani kind of, got ghost on Mozzie or whatever. because she felt like he wasn't able to continue to hold down the type of living lifestyle that Amy Luciani, had been seeking, searching, and wanting, right? And so she kind of ghosted on Mozzie for those reasons or whatever, and she got, on the Love and Hip Hop cast and stuff. So that's what Chaotic is talking about, right? Where then she kind of fell up, on the Love and Hip Hop cast, and him and her started canoodling around a little bit or whatever. And, so he said, even though you have been giving me like touch me, feel me, and caress me vibes, I see you because we live in the same neighborhood. Allowing Mozzie to drive your car, he's walking your dogs. It looks pretty intimate over there. What's going on? Okay, and that's where we are getting caught up. All about Amy Luciani. Her and Dwight Howard, are going through some very serious things right now where CPS has got involved, taking children. She's crashing out on live videos showing drugs that Okiana, with a last name like, or, Luciani, I mean, it's giving, her entire real true aura is just now surfacing, and now she can't hide it anymore. So let's get it.
Wow.
Oh my God. So the guy, y'all, I am eating Buffalo Hot Wings. So sorry. The guy done rolled up on the scene to confront Chaotic in this moment with Amy Looney. I said it was speculated and rumored the reason why she left Mozzie is because Mozzie fell on hard money times, made some bad money moves and some bad money investments. And this chicken is so good, y'all. It's been marinating all night and all day. That she left him because of those reasons, and that she got under Chaotic. It's rumored that Chaotic is known for tricking with the women, that Chaotic will spin a cute coin on a girl. So, that he was helping Amy Luciani, I guess, with her career and other aspects of navigating being in Atlanta, because Amy Luciani's from Detroit and she came from Detroit to Atlanta to be on the cast. Okay.
Know what I'm saying? Y'all done here?
What?
Go ahead, friend.
Friend?
New Dunkin' Zero.
But they're paying bills. We are also paying bills too here at the Tribunal. Let's keep the lights on and the silverware polished by liking and subscribing. Become a triber today. You're going to love it over here at the Tribunal. So now we are getting into the things of the things. Amy Luciani also used to be involved with a character named T.O. Okay. So we went from Mozzie to Chaotic to T.O. so far. Okay. Keep up with us, tribunals. Write that down. Okay. She's not, too fond of Bambi rolling up in here with him. So let's listen. We're hearing from Bambi in that moment is that Luciani, Amy, was with the T.O. guy over a decade ago or however maybe have you, but Amy has a problem with letting go. Okay, so it's going to be, something to continue to keep our eyes on in the Tribunal about Amy with Dwight, right? And we're going to this gets much, much deeper. We're just going to keep mining through some of Amy, just so we can know more of who she is, where she came from, and what brings her to the Tribunal today, okay? So stay tuned. Said, right? Because you weren't on your ish. People were rumored to say that the reasons why she left Mozzie was because Mozzie fell off. Okay. So Amy, appears to be a woman that when things get rough, she cannot tough it with you through the storms. Baby, can you the storm? And Amy doesn't appear to be that girl, right? This is what she said. Let's play it again. There, life has up and downs, right, tribers? We all go through some of the things of life that can spiral us and whirlwind us and twirl us into situations where we may not have it as we did the day or year or month before, where we have to, be more mindful of exactly how, this chicken, how we, where, and who we spend our money on, right? So that appears to be what Mozzie's trying to relate to Luciani. But doesn't Luciani already come off to be very messy and a woman that publicly displays, relationships with these men that if they don't fit up to a level of her need, she sounds like one of these I need $50,000 a month girls that have came out on the internet. Okay, I need $1,000 a day. Amy Luciani seems like one of those $50,000 a month girls. Like, if you cannot provide me this level of securement financially, then I'm out of here. Because I think that's the reason why Chaotic and her didn't really work out. Chaotic was like, I can only do so much for what, I am allotted to be able to do. And crash it out on Bambi for no reason, right? Crash it out on Bambi for no reason. Okay, because from what we understand, T.O. is from 10 years ago. Now, we don't know per se, but we can speculate that she probably was dibbling dabbling back to T.O. whenever T.O. had a proper bag that she would appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? But because that seems to be.
New Dunkin' Zero with 0 sugar and 20 calories. New Dunkin'.
There, y'all had to get. We had to have FedEx pick up. Okay, so done and did. Thank God. Amy Luciani is a hot mess. She a hot mess. And I predicted what's going on with her and Dwight Howard the moment I saw her with Dwight Howard. Not for nothing. You know what I'm saying? She is laying it low and spreading it wide for all of these men that she is looking to seek nothing other than the most qualifiable bag. You see what I'm saying? To like put her in positions to, have this level of stardom and fame and get her from opening up for things like people like B2K and Bow Wow. Okay. Back in the day, because B2K ain't did nothing since B2K. Okay, so not for nothing, she seems to be that type of a girl. And the girls that may unfortunately still be digging around in the dating pool of the men that Amy Luciani has already succumbed, you know what I'm saying, and conquered in a way or whatever, however have you, she's attacking them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, Amy Luciani, like you are seeming to reap what you sowed, right? Listen, goofy ass deer looking all this and that, but Bambi is still giving, and we ain't heard nothing salacious about Bambi. Nowhere close to what we are hearing and seeing about Amy Luciani right now with that, infamous Dwight Howard. Okay, so let's keep it cute.
Rashida, can you please get your model under control? Get your model.
Did you know the Walmart app has over...
Remember, like and subscribe. We are digging into Amy Luciani, who has came up on the blogs with the most salacious, horrendous videos about her and Dwight Howard's current state of affairs, y'all. CPS and drugs are involved. So as you can see, Amy Luciani is looking for the nigga with the biggest figure, okay? And she thought, for whatever reason, that maybe Scrappy would be, the next contender to get in the ring and battle it out for her biggest bag award. Who can give Amy Luciani the biggest bag? Well, we saw who won that prize. It's currently Dwight Howard, okay? And it is bad. But we're not quite there yet. So continue to hang in, watch the entire show, comment, like, and subscribe. Become a Tanisha's Tribunal today. Triber today in the Tribunal. Okay? And you're going to love it here. So we're up on Amy Luciani this afternoon.
I'm listening to the...
All right, let's take a break for these messages from the Tribunal Adjudicator.
Welcome to Tanisha's Tribunal. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell for updates.
Bless the channel by Cash App at $the Tribunal 1. Join.
All right, let's continue to catch up with Amy Luciani and why she is the hottest topic out here on these streets, y'all. Okay, married to Dwight Howard, filed for divorce in July 2025, and she's been hot in more ways than one, y'all. So let's.
New Dunkin' Zero.
While we are paying bills, y'all, like and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to maintain your subscription in the tribunal. All you have to do is make, as we see here, Amy Luciani, I guess Mazi got the sweatshirt brand or whatever, and she's knocking it. She's putting it down. This is not the level of high life living that I require from a man. You got to be out here selling Maseratis, Mazi, not, sweaters with logos on them or whatever, however have you. And that's just where Mazi is. Mazi's like, I don't want to take penitentiary chances just to keep you, and go and got men in the pokey. I want to play this safe for the very most part that I possibly can. So if that's what you're requiring, then I don't know what to tell you. Okay, but let's listen to Amy Luciani tell Mazi how she feels about his sweatshirt brand that he looked like Black Love was flourishing and thriving back in a lucrative way. So now I can unblock you. Now I can, date you and see you and bring you back into the fold so you can continue to come in and finance my life. We are getting a deeper dive and an understanding of exactly who Miss Amy Luciani really is, formerly known as Amber Rose at birth, okay? Luciani walk away from Mazi here. So, ladies in the tribunal, they were together 6 years. Would you have left Mazi knowing Amy Luciani knew who Mazi was, right? He said he was a man from the streets, came out of a humble, rugged, rough, tough, get rich or die trying situation, right? He was a street ninja. Amy Luciani knew that. You could look at Mazi and tell that was a type of, situation he came from. Do you think that Amy Luciani fell short with just uplifting and potentially supporting his side of his game for whatever it was? It looks like it's just trying to sell merchandise. And I know personally that a lot of, people that start off doing this with like a little printer press in their living room or whatever, they can make pretty decent money. All you need is the exposure, right? And he was going to potentially, be able to try to gain that through maybe dealing with Amy Luciani being around Scrappy and Chaotic and all these other people on Love and Hip Hop that would help him promote his Black Love merchandise. Right? I mean, what do y'all think? I think she dropped the ball on Mazi. Mazi definitely seems to have the potential to, want to expand and expound in his situation. However, he just had a woman on his shoulders that was weighing down on him, telling him, if you don't hit like majorly big with this brand Black Love on your merchandises or whatever, I'm out. I'm done. That's just not what I'm sticking around to wait on, to build with you to potentially do it. I hope Mazi is currently doing better and hoping to see Black Love or whatever he's working on flourish and thrive. All right, while they're paying bills, remember, we are also keeping the lights on and the silverware polished and all of the doilies clean, crisp, and white in the tribunal. So, like and subscribe in Tribers. Amy Luciani really is, showing the true nature of her, self. She doesn't get along with anybody in the industry. She doesn't get along with any men that she seems to try to land either, because, she wants one thing, and that's security of the financial wealth of a man's money, right? So I personally, here at the tribunal, I like Rennie Rucci, and Rennie Rucci's latest stuff she was going through with Black or whatever behind Kevin Gates is nowhere near scratching the surface of what Amy Luciani set up for herself karma wise with Dwayne Howard. I don't know why I keep almost saying Dwight Howard. Is it Dwayne Howard or Dwight? It's Dwayne Howard, right? Right. Is it Dwayne or Dwight? It's Dwight, y'all. Okay, Dwight Howard. Do y'all think for any reason that Scrappy would have been a good candidate for Amy Luciani? I definitely don't. Scrappy got more kids every year that are popping on the scene, which means more child support for Scrappy. Scrappy is a successful man, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think that his level of success would have been able to satisfy the hungry nature of Amy Luciani, not even in the slightest. And why do I say that? Because Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard have been married a year, and their marriage is already in the toilet due to drugs, CPS, and child abuse. So yeah, and Amy Luciani is not that pressable as far as her rap skills. I like the girl that's up there now. That's with 24 Hours, is it? Something like, I forget her name, but she on this season or whatever. She got more potential rapping than Amy Luciani. I hope Amy Luciani's little clothing Pretty Kitty or whatever the hell she got going on is about to benefit her, as she was putting poor Mozzie down for not being able to rise to whatever level of success lucratively through Black Love merchandise. Because I don't know what Amy Luciani is expecting to get from a 1-year marriage with Dwight Howard. Hell, Royce Reed was with Dwight Howard for a lot longer than Amy Luciani, and I hear she only got maybe 1 or 2 million out of the $400 million worth man they call Dwight Howard.
New Dunkin' Zero. With 0 sugar, 20 calories, be vital.
Like and subscribe. Become a triber today. You're going to love it over here. Okay? We're talking about everything Amy Luciani. Getting to what is in the blog and all of the news today. CPS has apparently allegedly taken one of Dwight Howard's children from his $30 to $50 million mansion out there in California, and Amy Luciani is sounding off and sounding in a major way, and it's giving snitch vibes. But we're gonna get into that shortly, so stay tuned in the tribunal seat that you are in, because it gets better as it gets worse for Amy Luciani. Amount that I'm streaming at, maybe 1 to 20 people, and I just got on YouTube about 6 months ago. So yeah, baby doll, you not as popping as you're putting all of the other girls down to not be. So you really should have came in kind of warm, and then turn the heat up a little bit, but you came in too hot, and now you have okay, and that was everything Amy Luciani. Stay tuned for these commercial breaks.
Welcome to Tanisha's Tribunal. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell for updates.
Bless the channel by Cash App at $the Tribunal1. Join the tribe.
Okay, what do you guys think about what we've currently saw so far. Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard are in the dungeon. Okay, so
Tanisha, sorry to disturb you, madam. There are subjects here that have been brought for adjudication.
You stand here because your actions have shaped our community. At sundown, we move forward with clarity and balance.
all right, on the tribunal, y'all. Amy Luciani and Dwight Howard are in the tribunal dungeon today. Why? Because they have, Amy Luciani has come out with some shocking video of her explaining what's been going on in the Dwight and Amy Luciani mansional home that she lives in with Dwight Howard. Okay, let's tap into Royce Reed.
I was honored to have you all here. Keep your subscription in good standing for your all-access pass to the tribunal. Turn on notifications so you never miss your chance to examine the facts. Keep your designated seat. This tribunal is adjourned.